Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily. That's right. Thursday, YDBT Daily. We do Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday shows. Tuesday is Talking Shit. Thursday is YDBT Daily. And Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. is the Peasant Chat for the poor people to come in and say hello. Today, we're going to talk about two absolutely polar opposite things that's happening at Ford. One in the electric division and one in the ICE division. And I bet a lot of you did not see this coming from Ford. We'll talk about another recall with Ford Mustang Mach-E, where what they say is it's happening is when people floor it or use the fast charging too often, the contactors might get too hot and actually melt and weld themselves together. We'll talk about the Drive article that outlines that. And you know what? I got to give it out to the Drive. The Drive does a great job of not only putting the article together, but putting down references and videos showing you what the issues are, people talking about them. And they must have to do a lot of background work to actually put that article up. So what we're going to say is this experiment that Ford has put together is over, right? You're losing money on every EV. You're losing money on Lightnings. You stopped making them. Every Mustang Mach-E you lose money on, and there is nothing but recalls when it comes to software. Now, potential recalls when it comes to parts of the battery, the most expensive. It's no different than having motor issues on an ICE vehicle. And then we'll talk about another thing Mustang is doing, because we got to start thinking about Mustang as its own entity. Ford is making the moves to basically have sections of the company do their own thing. Mustang with its Shelby, potentially, Cobra. Okay, what names are under the Cobra banner? We got Mach, we got Cobra, we got Snake, Super Snake. We got GT500. We have GT350. So Mustang and GT and then EcoBoost and all the other junk and Bullet and all the other dumb stuff, all that crap. So Ford is trying to make themselves a sectioned off company, and Mustang will stem off and do its own thing eventually. So there's something else happening with Mustang that I bet you a lot of you didn't know about. But when you think about it, this is going to be your reaction. Or when you hear about it, it's going to be your action. Gay! But then you're going to go, wait a minute. There is a silver lining to what they're doing. We'll talk about it, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
That's right. It sucks. It always sucks. Let's get after it. To Auto Solutions. Rami's on to Auto Solutions. We're dynoing an NA car tomorrow. Wah, wah, wah. Oh my God. Could you imagine dynoing an NA car? What do you want to see? 440 horsepower? Can't wait to see 440 horsepower pop up on the screen. To Auto Solutions. We got Race Motive. Race Motive's got a nice little thing going on with their road racing program in Poconos. Check them out. Roll Race Motive on Instagram. D&A Performance, D&APerformance.com, D&A Performance everywhere. Instagram, you name it. They pay their bill. You want to buy any parts, guys. Any parts. The 400 or so of you that are on the show, go to D&A Performance. Parts.parkzone.com. Rob finally finished doing the whole cotton situation, so maybe he'll get to drive the GT350 and we can wheel and deal. Conformance.com. UltimateHeader.com. PMAS and Nick James, PMAS and Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. Enjoying the cold Pennsylvania air. Now maybe the car will go 11s. I love how people are touting NA S650s, fully gutted, drag pack, off-road, filtered up, all this shit, running 11s. Oh, but it's no tune. Running 11s. Let's say hi to the people here, and then we'll read the Drive article. Then we'll read another article. I think you guys will like it. Coyote Fury 2000 MCR, The Wolf, Wesley Stewart, SVT, S550, TJ Sikorsky, Monty 540, Joe Swish, Darren Harper, D-Rock Fox, Harley Taquache Mode a couple of times. We got Cluster BM, Coyote Kelly, Valley 10 Speed. Good morning, good morning. Robo Style, Distant Garrison, WM, Sean King, JD Swag, one of the mods, Matt Benoit, Kevin Bias. Biascochea. Fuck. Ignacio Ramirez twice. Turo Viate Racing finally got himself a regular job. Smock 1, Leon Phelps, Gregory Upvich, Noah Woodward again, been around for 23 months. Jay Bush, Nightmare 1, Agent Orange, Andy Black, Betty, hey, would you blow me? Low and Slow, Huncho James, Matt Oliver, Nightmare, your boy Troy, James Williams, Jared Wells. I hope you all dump that girl. We talked about it yesterday on the dating channel. James Williams, Bondo Bird, missing third shift as we speak. Helen Stock, Zay Snipes, Walter Hoffman, Raiden E. Willis, Nate Dogg, Phil Fest, Gregory Upvich again. Manic, Giovanni, Daniel Green, Ex-Con, Milton, Frank, Mach-E, Mock, Whippled, 5-0, Pito Chiquito, Douche did it, T-Dog, Andy Black Betty, Twin Force, Dixon says what's up, Splash Raptor, S650 Dud Horse, Keith Bush, 1 of 1 RTR, Rich 5-0, Noah, Mustang, and Meatballs. Best bang for your buck is the Dark Horse, says Mustang and Meatballs. Slash Raptor and Real SVT. Jeff Betts says battery fires are the best. Do some research on what they're doing to put out battery fires in Europe. Leave the batteries to grid monitoring, not cars. Let's get right to it. The Drive article, you will love it. You love to see it. Mustang failing, Ford failing, left and right. October 19th, today, Ford Mustang Mach-E recalled because battery can't handle owners flooring it. The problem seems to present after one too many wide open pedal events while DC fast charging. By Rob Stump. By the way, shout out to you, brother. You put this article together really nicely. Ford is recalling nearly 35,000 units of the 21 and 22 Mach-E Mustang equipped with the extended range battery over concerns that the electric crossover could lose power while driving. The recall is Blue Oval's second attempt to resolve the issue with a component found inside of the Mach-E's high voltage battery pack that may fail while DC fast charging or flooring the car's accelerator pedal one too many times. Ford's first issued a software update as a 22 recall. The update would monitor the temperature of the affected part and reduce battery power to avoid overheating. Though this appeared not fully to address the defect, and owners still reported problems following the update, sparking a federal investigation over the effectiveness of the unit. So right here is the NHTSA, I think it's NHTSA report. Yep, NHTSA report talking about that. Again, great article. Check them out. Go to the Drive. Type in the Ford Mustang Mach-E recalled because of people flooring it, and you'll be able to read the article. Here we go. DC, direct current fast charging, and repeated wide open events can cause the high voltage battery main contactors. What's a contactor? I was nice enough to look it up for you. So this is a contactor, and this is what it does.
So we actually have a little demonstration here that we can show you this. So I've got a few 9-volt batteries here that I'm going to connect to the coil. And as I do that, you can see that the contact then is pressed closed and closes the contacts that are exposed to you on the outside.
So during too many wide open throttle events, those can weld themselves together. Overheating may lead to the arcing and deformation of the electrical contact surfaces, which can result in a contactor that is prevented from closing or a contactor that is closed. This is what they look like. This is the Ford Mach-E Mustang battery. So if the contactors, if you're using DC fast charging too much or flooring it too much, they can get to 100 degrees Celsius, or I think 200 degrees Celsius, and literally weld themselves shut. The faulty part in question is the high voltage battery junction box, also called the bus electrical center, the BEC. Its entire purpose is to switch the high voltage battery on using a series of electromechanical switches called contactors. This means that the electrical current flows to this device and the power to the front and the rear drive units, or to charge the battery. According to the recall, some vehicles may have pre-existing damage that occurred prior to the 2022 software fix. This damage reportedly reduces the effectiveness of the software fix. Should the contactors weld closed while driving, the vehicle will be continued to be able to operate until the next key cycle. And then when you try to turn it on again, it won't work, or it'll coast to a stop because it has noticed a kind of default. We asked Ford if the connectors in the high voltage battery junction box were perhaps under spec for the application, and did not receive a response at the time of writing. However, a very thorough technical teardown of this part, plucked from a car equipped with a standard range pack, which is not included in the recall, can be found over at the Mach-E forum and may give a better idea what the failure is occurring. The person who performed the analysis is named Mach-E, and they have the pack similar to what is found in the robust Mach-E GT, though the GT's boxes have a larger component in place. This guy, and again, they linked the video.
The two outside contactors are for the inverter connection.
There you go. So I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys, if you're curious, to go to the Drive page and read through that. So basically, Ford gave you a high-performance electric SUV that you get, and now you know why they limited the wide-open throttle performance for under 5 seconds. Remember, you guys started going, why does it only have wide-open throttle for 5 seconds? I don't understand. Meanwhile, if you look up, if you go to YouTube and you look up Misha's channel, and you go to Misha, and he drives a plaid, an aftermarket plaid, nasty as hell car, and he is Watt for most of the course. Again, the Nürburgring, and this is the reason I bring this up. Oh, apples and oranges. I don't think so. So let's get right to the meat of it, okay? This thing is Watt. Notice two things that are happening in this video. One, no stupid pumped-in noise in the cabin. Remember when I made fun of the Corvette E-Ray? When they go whoop, sound effect pumping through the speakers? This motherfucker's going 300 kilometers an hour through the straight. Where's the wooing? Where's the whooshing? Look at him pass these cars. This thing is a weapon. It's a plaid Model S with Recaros gutted, and they gave him the keys. Or the phone. Look at that, bro. Oh, my lord. Get after it, son.
Gotta remind myself of a heavy vehicle despite the weight reduction and cold tires.
Man, and look at her. This chick is loving it. I like her. A very, very slight motor whine, right? Very slight. Meanwhile, the E-Ray with its 60-horse motor makes us sound like a fucking horse. There it is. Boom. And look at him reel in this Porsche like it's going out of style. I think this is a GT3 in front of it. Okay, there you go. Oh, no, it's not some Cayman. They passed the shit out of that truck anyway. You don't see that sucker having an issue. You don't see that sucker overheating and welding the contactors shut. But a Mach-E GT does. Embarrassing. So I thought, this is just perfect. Not only are they losing money on everything they sell that's electric. Everybody is. Even Chevy. Yes, Chevy announced, we're going to slow this EV thing down. Look it up. The only ones making money on an electric vehicle is Tesla. Everybody else, they've been giving government incentives. They've been given government money. They've been given government mandates. Nobody wants them from the big three. If you want an Apple iPhone, you buy an Apple iPhone. If you're not into that shit, you buy anything else. I'm not into that shit. I'm a Samsung guy. So the people that want an electric car, they're going to go to Tesla. And it is rumored that Tesla is making a Model 3 Plaid. It's already an 11-second car that outhandles the GT3 with properly equipped tires. Yes, it does. Look it up. And now they're going to give you a Plaid version of a Model 3? Stop it. Meanwhile, Ford is flailing and having issues, and they only make 2 fully electric vehicles, and both of them are flailing and dying. So, what can we expect from Ford knowing that their Mustang lineup is in peril and in trouble, and the Mach-E GT is flailing and literally welding contactors shut? That's right, a 26 Mustang Ford Raptor. That's right. You know, our Mach-E GT sucks. We lose money on it. Our Lightning sucks. We lose money on it. So let's make a 2026 Mustang Raptor starting at $90,000. Car and driver. There's a loud stampede coming at us from the other side of the sandy dune. With every rev match, it pops and crackles. Then the wind deflects its roar just right, and our ears catch the sound from what's likely a 700 horsepower 5.2-liter V8 with a supercharger whining like a mosquito from hell. It's the Ford Mustang Raptor. Wait a minute, is it not an F-150? Ain't no regular F-150, it's a fucking Raptor. That's right.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
And dampers for legs and enough suspension to travel to let you hustle down Michigan's bumpy I-94 highway without spilling your Verners. What's new? That's right. People are actually saying this is happening in 2026. A Mustang Raptor, then a Mustang Raptor R.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
Full details have yet to be revealed, but expect more information as we crawl closer to the Mustang Raptor's launch date, which is expected sometime in 2026. We speculate that Ford will follow the formula that's similar to the F-150 Raptor. It could well start with a base version that adds significant bump in horsepower over the road-going V8 model, followed up by a Raptor R that drinks from a massive trough of torque. Like the other Raptors, starting pricing for the off-road Mustang will be as tall as its knobby tires. That's right. Welding contactors shut. Got it. No, not selling EVs. Got it. Mustang is slower than the previous generation. Got it. Let's make an off-road version of the Mustang. And you wonder why I left Mustang. You wonder why I sold my S550. You wonder why I don't fucks with anything new. This company has lost its fucking shit. This company has gone absolutely bonkers. Whatever focus group they're trying to get new products off of is smoking crack or eating the absolute most ridiculously laced gummies on the planet. This company is a fucking clown show. Ford has officially jumped the shark. It's over. You already have a Raptor. It's a truck. So now, what market are you entering with a Mustang that can go off-road? Now, I thought to myself, what's the only silver lining to this whole situation? Hopefully Mexicans drop it, put drag radials in it, and race it on the street because it's all-wheel drive. Remember a while back, Ford patented this? A while back, Ford patented a all-wheel drive transfer case situation. Ford patent application could hint at the V8 power for the Mustang hybrid. Wrong. For the Mustang, ain't no regular
F-150.
Oh, Jesus. I had two of them going on at the same time. I had the abortion song, and I had the Raptor song.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
So now Ford has absolutely lost their shit. They're at the clown show. Fire Jim Farley, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Someone says, like a discount Lamborghini Sterato. So now this is going to be a funny thing. Ford is assuming that Dodge is not going to build a rear-wheel drive performance V8 car anytime soon. But I can make the case that Dodge is going to build a straight 6 twin turbo performance car real soon. Exactly. Harley Taquache mode. Mustang is no longer a model. It's a brand. They've officially jumped the shark. They've officially started making Mustang into whatever the fuck they want. People will buy it because people are psycho. There's plenty of Mustang psychos out there with money. Guys, people bought the Raptor R, an untunable truck that is slower than the TRX. Think about that. So if a Mustang Raptor comes out, Barrett Jackson will have the first one, and they'll say they'll sell for $1 million and give it to, some foundation. Cool. Mustang, as you know, it is over. Now, is it for the better or for the worse? I don't know, but it's absolutely gay. But if Mexicans get their hand on it, lower it down, bring that dumb Baja suspension, leave the suspension alone because you wanted to transfer some power. and make it a street racer. Hopefully it's not too heavy though, because if it has to jump and articulate and get all this crazy suspension going, it's not going to be light. It's going to be extremely heavy. Why would you build a Mustang Raptor and then a Raptor R version on the S650 platform? I'm just happy that I'm not a fanboy. I'm going to report on it. Just like I told you guys, I'm going to report on it. And I'm going to watch from the back as Rome falls. Because this is a massive company that literally turned the gun in on itself and pulled the trigger. Because they were listening to like millennial focus groups, or I'm sorry, Gen Z focus groups. We'll talk about it. What do you think? Mach-E GT, junk, over. Is this the death nail for the thing? Because the contactor's weld shut after you go watt, or you charge it too many times with fast charging. And then Ford says, well, that Mustang sucks. Let's make the newer, slower than previous generation Mustang an off-road capable vehicle. The fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Elver Galarga says, if I can lower that Mustang Raptor to stock GT height and keep it all-wheel drive, it may not be completely terrible, but no tuning ruins it. No tuning ruins it. All the torque reduction on the planet. Porsche is making a GT3 Rally. Cool. Porsche has a history. Show me Ford Mustang off-road history. They have the Escort, the Rally. Remember the Killer Bees? I love that shit. I still to this day watch the Killer Bees literally take limbs off of motherfuckers. Right? All out, unlimited rally cars. But they were small, turbocharged, all-wheel drive. A big, lumbering, 4,500-pound, off-road capable, 700 horsepower Mustang is not desirable. Who the fuck does Ford get their ideas from, says Travis. Mustang had a rally trim in 2010 to 2011. I'm pretty sure Ford did a promo for it. You know what? Let's look it up. Mustang Rally 2010. Rally America 2010. It's literally a GT but it's not all-wheel drive. Oh, come on, stop it. No, this is just a GT that some idiot went through the dirt with. So this is a purpose-built situation according to Car and Driver. There's never been a rally Mustang exactly. Look, the only cool rally, like, let me see. B-Class Rally Ford. The Ford RS200. This was a bad MF back in its day. If you are a Ford fan, and I'm a Ford fan, but I left Mustang, this is a dream car. If you're a Ford fan, this thing, when it was in the Bees, the Killer Bees, this thing was evil. Evil, okay? That thing was a cool car. But no, now they're just going to stick big tires on a GT500, probably a DCT, and go, do whoop sections with it. And you're going to go, that sounds great, Jim Farley, because you're the last muscle car around. And then Dodge goes, hey, we got this Banshee. And this Banshee is psycho. We're going to offer it with a twin-turbo straight six called the Hurricane. The HO version starting at 500 horse. And yes, it'll be tunable. Or if you want an electric version of the Banshee, all-wheel drive, we got that shit too. We'll just slide the skateboard underneath it that has a battery pack, bring it down, because why does that car have a trans tunnel? Think about it. Why does the new Banshee have a transmission tunnel? It's an electric car, right? Or they are making it modular. Hi, this is the Banshee. Here it is. You can have it in an electric car. You can have it as a Hurricane, or maybe a cheap-ass hybrid version of both, as long as you can slide a skateboard underneath it. So I wonder if Dodge has something up its sleeve when it comes to the Banshee. And Ford can go, hey, we got the last V8 standing, so what are you doing to replace that, Ford? Because eventually the Mustang will go away. And if your replacement is the Mustang Mach-E GT that is losing $3,000 each vehicle each time it's sold, and if you think that's the replacement for the Ford Mustang as we know it, I got news for you. Dodge might have a leg up as to what they're doing if, in fact, they're making the Banshee modular to have a ICE motor in it or electric motor and have it be configurable for both. That'll be interesting. Wonder if the airbags will go off after one jump on this Mustang Raptor. That's right, the Mustang Raptor.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
Just like all of the Gen 3 Raptors are doing. Ford Transformance, says Matt 2011 GT. Ford is never going to realize what we want is a fast car that is tunable and looks good. It's not that hard. They're pushing this dark horse so hardcore, and the new GT so hardcore. Even Throttle House, you could tell that the guy begrudgingly, it's almost like there's a guy off camera with a sniper rifle saying, say some bad shit about the dark horse. I dare you. And in the tests, he luckily says something great. He goes, the dark horse is faster because of the tires. You put those tires on a Mach 1, the Mach 1 is faster around our track. And I went, okay, that's as good as you can do without saying this dark horse still doesn't impress us. Because the GT was such a dud, it still is a dud. Dark horse, great tires. And they're like, I don't love the steering, I don't love this, but because of the tires, it actually performed well. Then he goes, and by the way, if those tires were on the Mach 1, the Mach 1 would run better at less horsepower. So it is an interesting way of that. You could see that the people are putting out the, let's just say they're putting the word out to say, don't be talking shit about this because future access to vehicles will be limited if you're out there talking shit. So you'll see how all that goes. Alejandro Flores' landlord says, he calls me daddy. You're late on your rent. Again, boy, send that dirty washwoman girlfriend to clean my floors. Rent's paid. Rent's on auto pay. Because when you have money in the bank, you just simply let them draw it. The new Raptor Mustang, MSRP is $150,000+. Exactly. James Williams, have you guys seen the Banshee? The supposed Banshee everyone made fun of because it made stupid sounds. So a lot of YouTubers were like, hey, why is the Dodge Charger Banshee having some why does it have a transmission tunnel? So if you go on the Dodge forums and you hopefully wade through all of the Drake tickets and Lil Baby tickets and all this stuff, right here they start showing some pictures. I think there's a front view that, okay, why does it look like that? Why does the Banshee body look like that? You would think it would look like a Tesla where it has a skateboard. The bottom and top are skateboard. But if this is the Charger or the modern Banshee version of the Charger, why does it look like a conventional car? I'm blown away by that. So if this is going to be the car of the future for Dodge going forward, and hopefully homeboys can slide with the
Hellcats and track hoes.
Because if they can slide on their ops nice and quiet,
Hellcats and track hoes.
they don't got to worry about them having them listen to, I don't know. They can literally slide on the ops, but they'll still be playing this in the radio to let them know that they're about to bust down on the block. But anyway, in the pictures, people are like, why is there a transmission tunnel? And people are going, well, why is there a transmission tunnel on this car? Think about that. I wonder if Dodge is like, we're going to offer it with a 500 horsepower HO Hurricane, and then maybe other shit, and then battery packs as an option. I don't know, maybe, but the Dodge guys were screaming about it all day in the last couple of days. They're like, bro, this thing has a trans tunnel. What electric car has a trans tunnel? Yes, I saw that factory pick up the Banshee with the trans tunnel. Dodge Demon 170. Okay. Glad you caught that about the tires versus the Dark Horse. Yes, Mach 1. He said the Dark Horse has Trofeos, which is a very aggressive tire. And he goes, you put these Trofeos on the Mach 1, I guarantee the Mach 1 is going to beat it around our track. And I appreciated him saying that because It's true. No different than the Schleckenbergs were saying, well, the reason the PP2 Mustang S550 beat the S650 is because it had better tires. I guarantee if you put the PP2 Mustang tires on the GT, it will not gain 2 seconds. Sorry. Oh, this coffee is terrible. It's way too sweet. The Banshee two-door looks like a Vega. I don't know if I trust Dodge EV either. Exactly. Look. Let's say Dodge really has something up its sleeve, and you've seen some of the testing. Have you seen how fast a TRX with a Hurricane was caught accelerating up in Detroit? Woo-wee! You guys are talking about spending $200,000 for an American car. Wait. I'm not. I'm saying it's a really, really stupid to do that. I wouldn't pay $100,000. I was laughing at the guys that bought a 2020 GT500, Jay Walker. You know that. I said, you spent $100,000 on a car that's slower than the GT? Oh, it doesn't say Shelby on it. No shit, don't say Shelby on it, but it's faster. The GT with a Whipple, mod for mod, after it's supercharged, put my money on the fucking GT. Anyway, let's look at that. The Hurricane powered TRX. There was a video of this sucker accelerating somewhere, and it wasn't slow. It was legit quick. So someone was behind this truck, and I'm hoping there's a YouTube video. Yep, check it out. Here we go. Wow, there's an ad. Click to okay. Let's go back. Check it out. So this is the Hurricane motor that's in supposedly a truck, a TRX, a big fucking truck, and it accelerated really well. It made me go, huh? That's interesting. Again, this is a full-size TRX with supposedly a straight six twin turbo. Bro, that thing boogied. Once it got going, that thing was dude, that is serious. That's a 5,000 whatever the hell pound truck. That was absolutely serious. And I went, wait a minute. If that motor moving that truck can be configured in a vehicle that weighs oh Jesus, where is that coming from? 4,000 pounds. I'm all about that shit. That's cool shit. And I think exactly, Jay Walker, sounds exactly like your shit ass B50 whatever the fuck 8. I think the twin turbo Hurricane has all of the makings of being a literal badass motor that can change everything. Twin turbo right off the rip. Right off the rip, we got twin turbos. Straight six, so it's reliable as shit. Easy to work on. Emissions friendly. And can make a truck move like that? I'm down. I'm down. And hopefully, Pookies don't buy it.
I like to fuck him in the ass while he beat up the pussy.
That's right. Oh, it's a V6. That's gonna slide on the op with a V6. Fuck. Then it can be a vehicle you want to buy. Man, I don't know how to steal that shit. Ooh, racial undertones. Sounds like a V6 Raptor. Sounds like a Lumina with a rotted off muffler, but it sounds like... Who cares how it sounds? BMWs sound like ass cheeks. Where is it? Do I have diarrhea here? Here we go. Here's your S58 launching. Oh, get up on the chip. Get up on that chip. Come on, let's go. Let's launch it. Second gear. But it rolls the fuck out. Oh, it doesn't sound good. Pookie not buying. They stealing that. I think the trans in the Dodges are BMW trans Hurricane with downpipes and an E50 tune. Could you imagine a Hurricane with downpipes and an E50 tune? And BMW guys lose their mind and buy it? Well, I know how to. I got my lab coat in my house. I know how to mix E50. That's cake. It's just a matter of mixing 10 gallons of 93. 10 gallons of 93 and 3 gallons of E55, that's E30. You can do 1 gallon out, 1 gallon up, and that's E40. Then half and half is E50. Met a guy the other day that bought a Gen 5 Viper GTS for $72,000 and sold it 6 months ago for $120,000. He said the Viper was his least favorite car due to drivability. I'd kill for it. Exactly. That was the gurgles. That's everything about. That is your S58. Broccoli heads will be all about the Banshee, like the tree huggers are about the Prius, but it's gonna be soon to be Godzilla swapped. I bet someone makes 1,000 horsepower on one of those Hurricanes faster than the Dark Horse. Johnny Trans, wouldn't it be a kick in the nuts for every S650 owner that bought a new Mustang? No tuning is available, and then a TRX or a Banshee or guys. You know there's already Hurricanes on the road, right? There's already Hurricanes on the road. And what do you call the Grand? Is it the Grand Cherokee? What is the biggest Jeep Cherokee model? Is it model? It is the Grand Jeep Cherokee Limited, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, those have a Hurricane in it. Standard output, not high output. And you know how I found out about that? 3.6 liter. Oh, this is a V6. So which one has, which Dodge has a Hurricane motor? Dodge Challenger drag. Shut the fuck up. 500 horsepower. Jeep, Ram, Dodge. So Jeep Grand Cherokees have a Hurricane. So, can you tune them yet? Like, I can't imagine it's not tunable already. I would love to have a Dodge head hit me up and say, by the way, Alex, we're already tuning the brand new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Hurricane motors. You are? It's tunable now? So that means that platform will bleed down into the whatever. Let's say they build a Charger and a Challenger. Because according to everyone, that Banshee thing is a two-door Charger. Yes, two-door Charger. Whereas current Chargers are four-door. So if they introduce the Hurricane into a two-door Charger and it's tunable, ready to go, before Mustang S650s are able to be tuned, it'll be the biggest kick in the nuts to Mustang owners ever. Grand Wagoneer. Oh, there it is, the Grand Wagoneer. So Grand Wagoneer. So the Grand Wagoneer, oh my lord, $114,000. So let's look at the 10 to 4 compression. Cargo volume. Let's see, engine. Grand Wagoneer engine. 3.0 liter 6. Inline 6. Here it is. Wow. 510 horsepower inline 6. Car and driver. Before the Grand Wagoneer arrived, Jeep had never built an SUV so big and luxurious within it, blah, blah, blah. The long blah, 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 blah. Regardless of the length, the largest Jeep suffers from terrible fuel economy. With a combined EPA rating of 60 miles a gallon, the estimate isn't for this big displacement V8 either, but a new twin-turbo 6-cylinder with 510 horsepower. That's right. Your 2023 Grand Wagoneer already has the Hurricane. It's on the streets. And you know when I heard anything about it? When I was watching Drag Week. I was hearing the guys talk in the booth, and they were like, we rented a Grand Wagoneer, and oh my God, that Hurricane gets it. And I go, this is coming from gearheads. This is coming from guys that know what fast is. And they said, the Grand Wagoneer, twin turbo Hurricane equipped straight 6, gets it. Guys, that motor, if it has good rods and pistons, it has favorable mechanical advantages, meaning it's not going like this. It's just going up and down because it's a straight 6. It doesn't need to rev high because of the way and the bore and stroke can make it get a ton of torque. You probably don't even have to rev these any higher than 64 or 6,500 RPMs, a la LS9s or LS3s. So this thing having an up and down reciprocating action, not a V, not a W, an up and down and a decent bore and stroke, just like I gave your mother, it can absolutely produce a ton of favorable torque, and that's why it's in big, heavy vehicles. And then with aftermarket tuning, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. James Williams is listening to what I listen to. He goes, yeah, I heard that too. I'm watching HP Tuners closely. They killed Mopar tuning market. I'm sure it'll be tunable before spring 2024. Someone, what's it say here? Someone is about to hit Hinting Dodge already making 1,000 horsepower Hurricane crate motor. Not tunable by HP Tuners, but I've watched a review of them with the 92, and they said the Hurricane was faster versus and better over the V8. I believe it. But Alex, what about the Barra? The Barra's such a fucking dud. All these Aussies out there claim the Barra is badass, and I haven't seen many. No, don't get me wrong. Are there Barras that make big power? Yes, but they're fully stupid built. What's desirable for 80% of the public. And this is what racers and tuning shops really need to get through their thick fucking skull. If it has to be built to make big power, people don't care. Do you know there's probably a kid out there that bought a old Supra, the Paul Walker Supra, and thought it was making 1,000 horsepower? Come to find out, it's 0 to 60s in the 4s. And they're like, wait. According to everything on the internet, this thing makes 1,000 horsepower. No, it don't. I don't make shit. Make 400 or high 300. It was okay. But built, stupid built, yeah, it was robust. So that's the Barra to me. The Barra to me is a decent motor, but not until you build it. It ain't worth shit. Nestor Barrios, what's up, brother? Says, nice to catch live. We'll be able to. Would you be a fan of the straight six from Ford? Yes. Guys, I've been telling you for the longest time. If Ford made a turbo V6 that was worth something, not the EcoBoost, I'd be a fan if it was a coupled to a hybrid system. But if Ford said, hey, we're taking the Barra, bringing it over, we are making it robust, it's favorable for the bigger vehicles because vehicles are getting heavier, and this motor has been in our catalog for a long time, and it can produce gobs of torque. Let's put some rods and pistons in it. Let's put some good compression, 10-to-1 compression. Let's put modern turbo technology in it, and let's make it have 600 horsepower and 30 miles a gallon. Bars are for burnouts. You can also get into the regular Wagoneer as an option for $64,000, apparently, according to the Jeep website. Nice. Just look at how much horsepower and torque a i6 diesel makes. Drop in a like, and I'll catch a replay tomorrow. Thank you, Ken Phillips. Frank DiMaggio says, the older JDM cars stock are slow, but built. They're obviously good. The Supra was barely faster than an F-body, as kept. Jay Walker, 1,000, 800, and 600 horsepower Supras have one thing in common. They run 12s. That's pretty funny. LOL, Pookie got the 2JZ Hoover. Feels like we're heading towards a gas crisis without a shortage, but everyone's going to go boosted small cubic inches. The malaise era. You guys think all of this stuff isn't connected? I love how you guys were talking all that shit, thinking that we're just going to have Boppy Trump oil prices, Boppy Trump no wars, Boppy Trump border. Nope. Now this fucking bald chinian that's in there is literally giving money to two sides of a war, and then the oil producing countries are like, hey, we're not cool with this. Like, could you stop putting your hands in everything? And the U.S. loves war. Boy, if you had Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, and any other weapons manufacturers in your 401k, woo-wee, you love this shit. You love war. But then what happens? Gas goes up. Anytime there's war in the Middle East, gas goes up. And I said we're in the middle of a malaise era in muscle cars. Oh, go look at that. Would you look at what's happening out there? War, gas prices, Pikachu face when you go to the pump next time, and it's 550, 650, 750. Alex doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, shut the fuck up. And you know, people go, how do you know this? I read the news constantly. I don't just turn on CNN and go, this is what's happening. I am a news junkie because that's my job. This is my job, reporting on car shit. So I go, what can affect the car world? A war in the Middle East can do that. If Ford made a version of the VR6, they could put it in everything. That's what I said. They advertised motor making 1,000 horsepower built. How is that impressive? Pretty much everything built can make that. Exactly. Truer words have never been spoken by Jay Walker. He'd get a prize because of that. It was good. Alfredo Diaz says, I found it on Motor Trend. Wrote the CATX Hurricane will be 1,000 horsepower and will be the next drag pack the Dodge will offer. The industry has been downsizing since the 2010s. It's just that people are now paying attention to it. For all the guys that are around here, it's a trend between the U.S. and possibly getting involved in conflicts overseas and the new economy. Correct. Literally cannot wait until next year so I can vote this sack of bones out of office. We needed to see how bad it could get in order to appreciate how good Trump was. Don't you love it? And not to get into politics, but don't you love it how you hated Trump so much? Tell me the country's doing better now with this motherfucker and then when Papi Trump was in there. Tell me that with a straight face. Please tell me that with a straight face. Fucking clown show. Yeah, let's give $6 billion to Iran. Oh shit, they gave weapons to Hamas and then they fucking killed 1,000 Jews over paraglided into a fucking EDM party and killed a bunch of people. No, it has nothing to do with the money we gave them. Oh, unreal. Guys, remember when the government said fossil fuels has its limits? Not when it comes to war. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that when war happens, there's just fuel? I get it. The warships run on nuclear power. Isn't that some shit? You know, isn't that kind of funny? How the most important tools in government, war machines, run off of nuclear power and quote unquote fossil fuels, aka Earth's blood. But when it comes to domestic policy, no, you better drive that 3-cylinder and eat bugs and be happy about it, motherfucker. Fucking dumb shit. Yeah, the cow farts. We can't have cows farting up everywhere and causing the planet to get hot. Oh shit, there's a conflict where there's oil? Send our nuclear-powered, fossil fuel-powered flying machines over there and protect it. Oh, I love it. Hopefully when I'm 36 or 46, ICE cars are back with lots of cubic inches. This is now a Trump chat. I remember when gas was $1. Me too. I wonder how fake Carol Shelby feels about this. Orange Man Bad. I hated Trump, but now, James Williams, I don't know why you hated Trump. You probably listened to Charlemagne the God like every other fucking idiot and was like, yeah, he said he's the devil. I'm going to vote for him. Now you're opening your eyes as to what was good. I'd rather have mean tweets. Every car guy would rather have Papi Trump. Everything runs on that sweet JP8. Mach-E pulled out in front of me and totaled my S2000. Thanks to State Farm, I just got home with my 6MT Gen 2. Good for you. Gen 2, smart man. Will that Hurricane engine be better than the currently equipped 392 and the Chargers and Challengers? I mean, I don't know. But the way it moved that truck gave me hope. I'm like, oh, whoa. That's a heavy-ass truck to be moving that good. It made me go, I might want one of these. Because if it's tunable and relevant, I'll get it. Because eventually, right, I can only give you so much Mustang content. I'm going to eventually have either a GT350 or a Boss 302. If the Parts Farm GT350R does not happen, I am not going to buy another GT350. I either want an R or nothing. So keep my money and maybe look for a white 2013 Boss 302 and start doing the S197 NA series without tuning, be able to rev it to 8,000 RPMs and see if I can go 10s in it without any tuning. Okay, I got to refresh the page. Wow, all the comments came at the same time. Nestor Barrio says, Alex, would you say a 15 to 17 F-150 is better buy than a TRX? If you're modding the F-150 Whipple, etc., the 6R80 and the 4 F-150 any more robust than the ones in the Mustangs? Yeah, and it's not any more robust. It's the same. The transmission that was in my red car wasn't, admittedly, it wasn't a Gen 2 F-150 transmission. Never had issues with it, but I don't think it's any better than a Mustang. I think a 6R80 is a 6R80. The 6R80 has different coolers, different things, but I think if you're going to build an aftermarket truck, a Gen 2 is more desirable if you're going to build it than the 10R. The 10R can go quicker with less mods. But the 6R and the Gen 2 at lower compression, I think can go 10s with a Whipple and live a longer life than the 10R80 Whipple could. Yeah, he fell for the propaganda. I guarantee James Williams fell for the bullshit. Let's tally up 100 million worth of equipment. Nothing happened here. Pikachu face. Right. Let's tally up the 100 million worth of equipment. Nothing to see here. Pikachu face. Orange Man Bad inserts debit card for Pump 93 at $5.36 a gallon. I want nuclear powered cars like Fallout 3. Taco Bell farts because they cause more damage than cow farts ever will. Nuclear plants that are being controlled by 20-year-olds and are getting fueled by monsters and cigarettes. Right. See, a lot of people have issues with nuclear power. Now, every sub has a nuclear core. Every battleship and every carrier has a nuclear powered plant. And those are rolling all over the world. And anytime we need to bring freedom to motherfuckers, we roll out the nuclear fossil fuel machine. And we say, oh, y'all motherfuckers need some freedom? Here's nuclear power. Here's one F-35. Because that's all you need. Pew, 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 pew. See you later. No one ever saw the motherfucker and it's over. Alex, put a poll up and see if the world is in a better place now or then. Let's go. Okay, let's do it. Let's get a poll. Because, let's start a poll. Let's see what kind of weirdos I have on this chat. Because I think the vocal ones are vocal and they're always going to be, with me on shit. But is the world a better place under Trump or Biden? And then we're going to go Trump. Okay. Trump and Biden. And we'll see at the end of the chat. We'll see how many cycles are here. Start poll. Is the world a better place under Trump or Biden? Here we go. Started a poll. Check it out. Get in there. Vote. This is why I hate people. Alex, thinking of just selling my 11 GT with 94,000 miles on it. I could have it rebuilt by the time I can do it. I'll need rebuilding. Yeah. I would get a GT unless you just want to cruise. The CTSV, in my opinion, is not even a good platform to start racing in. I think it's like a fuckboy car. So is a 17 GT. But I think a Gen 2 Mustang can get you further than a CTSV can, money for money. Our airplanes go up with 160,000 pounds of fuel and land with 25,000 over the course of an 8 to 10 hour flight. We have 350 of that one kind of airplane. Nuclear is so misunderstood. Time to start handing out free Starry with 24 stickers, Trump 24 stickers. Just submarines and carriers. Battleships are from the 40s. Gotcha. No, they're still battleships. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Destroyer classes, right? Destroyer class warship. Yeah, we have destroyer class warships. And they're nuclear powered. What are you talking about? Nuclear power? Nuclear power? Nuclear powered cruisers of the United States Navy. See, what are you talking? Yeah, bro. Look at, I like how people don't do that. Guys, all these are nuclear powered. The USS Long Beach, the Bainbridge, the Truxtun, the California, the Virginia, and the Arkansas. According to this, they're all nuclear powered cruisers. Okay, that's a battleship. It's got guns in it. So stop telling me that it's from the 40s. Bro, you gotta get out of your house a little more. We still have cruisers and destroyers. Who do you think protects the carrier? Oh, man. For the record, I've voted for Trump. Thank you, James Whalen. Appreciate that. Government loses 90 million F-35. Everyone is Mr. Magoo. But when we have 80,000 more RS engines, our $600 Venmo transactions, Boss 302, yes. Oops, fat fingered that poll. My bad. Did I? Oh, you fat fingered, you liar. They tried to do a hybrid LHD, electric diesel, and in the Navy, and it went to shit. So it's going to be staying nuclear for years to come. Just drop by to leave a like. Say thank you, Alan Thompson. Battleships are different than destroyers and not nuclear. They're Rolls-Royce turbine engines. According to that, I just saw 5 or 6 ships that are not carriers have nuclear power. We keep the battleships ready at all times just in case, but they're retired. Battleships are not destroyers or cruisers. Gotcha. So it's a cruiser or a destroyer. Battleship is different. I stand corrected. Battleships died in the Gulf War. We haven't used them since the 90s. Destroyers are a different thing than battleships. I still think it's a battleship if it's got guns in it, right? If a cruiser has guns and the ability to launch cruise missiles with it, what is it? It is not a ship made for battle? No, it's a cruiser with a bunch of guns. I'm like, okay. They decommissioned nuclear cruisers. There you go. I stand corrected. See, I don't know shit. Those don't exist anymore. They cost too much in the Navy for the Navy to operate. Poppy Trump 2024. Poppy Trump. Sorry. Nitpicking here. I'm in the Navy and have mad amounts of OCD. Understood. I stand corrected. Battleships do not have nuclear power. Cruisers do not have nuclear powers. Or if they do, they're decommissioned. Only submarines and air carrier ships have nuclear power. I stand corrected. Alex, when launching an F-150 in 4-wheel drive, do I put it in 4H or 4L? TRD Ricky, are you serious? Did you just seriously ask if you put it in 4L? See, it's a gunship. It's a gunship. I love it. Fun fact. Only one other country has a... Yeah, China. I know. Oh, no. France. It's either France or China. Drop my like. We'll watch the replay later. Nicholas Bears. Alex, no silver with red stripes. I cannot find a Boss 302 silver with red stripes that I can finance. I'm not going to drop cash on it. Bro, you psycho? I want that monthly payment. No battleships. Now they're retired. Hit live on your shit, Chuck. How does Biden get 1%? 4L and send it. Put it in 4L. Mad Torque. Put it in 4L. 4L for the nice crawler launch. 4L so it lowers the center of gravity. And then Revit Racing ruins it by saying 4H. We were having so much fun. Telling it's got to launch it in 4L. And then I wanted him to come on the chat next week and go, hey, you sons of bitches, I blew it up. You stand corrected by chat that watches Cletus. Yes. Shit. Exactly. My bad. No wonder. Yeah, TRD Ricky, I hope you weren't being serious. Because it's 4 high always. 4L is literally never used. That's like crawl mode. Like really, really slow. Super low geared. Like the truck won't even move. Like try it right now, TRD Ricky. Take your NA RCSB, put it in 4L, put it in drive and see what happens. And it's like the weirdest shit happens. And because it's got 10 gears, it's really having a bad time. 4L is for Whole Foods only. 4L is for rate reduction. 4L is for rapid transfer case disassembly. A RUD. It doesn't. RUD. It's rapid unscheduled disassembly. But rapid transfer, RTC, D. Who voted for Biden? Please show yourself and explain your thought process. BAT has a silver with red stripes 302 right now. Not sure if you can finance through them, though. Who's BAT? Who's BAT? Do you guys assume I know who you're talking about? There was a guy yesterday that said, Alex, some guy on Instagram is selling his GT350. Check it out. So I read the post. I hate this car. I got screwed on it. It sucks. Get it out of my life. And I'm like, dude, you're sending me that? You're sending me a post of a guy that has a lemon and you want me to buy it off him? Forge saw or weld beadlocks for drag or roll racing? Neither, because you're not going to spin the wheel inside the fucking tire roll racing. Stop. None of them. Launching the 4L for the drivetrain delete mod. I used one in 4L one time in my Silverado. I went a 9-second quarter mile, laughing my ass off. The 2% can fuck off and die, says Douche did it. Make sure you log it into the ditch first. Bring a trailer. Do I launch my GT in wet or snow mode? Bring a trailer. Bring a trailer. I don't know what bat is. I am not on the sites for sale sites all the time. And to me, bring a trailer is weird. If I wanted to go look at a car, I go to cars.com. I go to Car Gurus. But bring a trailer? I'm good. Tip says, for the UAW, what's stopping the big three from just laying off everyone and starting from scratch employee-wise? You know, that's a great question. That's a really great question. I don't know. I don't even understand. The contract might prevent them from out and all just dumping everybody in the UAW. But imagine having an employee that you pay to terrorize your company. Oh, you guys formed a union? Yep. And we're going to go to strike unless you give us what we want. You're fired. All of you. You're on strike anyway. Plant's not moving. Assembly line's not moving. Parts aren't getting out. You're all fired. No union. How do you fight that? How do you fight that? There is no, I don't know if there's laws that they might be breaking if they fire everyone in the union. The Biden voters does not have a thought process. Facts. Bring a trailer is for the auction addicts. No, thank you. No. Is Bring a Trailer auction? That's why I don't watch that shit. Biden voters are clowns and Karens. That is usually for a really nice example of a car or overpriced one of the two. Do I launch my Z06 and drive a reverse? The UAW is still on strike. Shaking my head. Bring a Trailer is more car collector type of site now. And I like the graph with the prices and sales over time. Got it. But look, if I go to cars or cars.com or Car Gurus, again, plan B is to buy a Boss 302 because I love them. I've always loved them. I've always thought it was a great car. It has to be white. I don't want black. Fuck that. I got the Cadillac Escalade. That bitch black. You got to be on it all the time so it look clean. So it'd have to be white because I like how they look. I think they're classy looking. And I think it'd be cool to see one of those things with a nice set of wheels, tastefully modded, no tuning, and see if I can go 10s in it. And when I can go 10s in it, it'll prove all these idiots wrong that a almost 10-year-old vehicle without tuning can go 10s when the Dark Horse and GT can't. If I run 93 for 2 track sessions at Sebring, can I run safely topping off the tank at 100 plus octane gas stock tune for the last 2 sessions of the day? If I run 93, yeah. But you got to understand, Samp, if your car is not tuned for the extra octane, believe it or not, the NOx sensors can add up to 30 degrees stock. So let's say on pump gas, your car is seeing 26, 25 degrees. And then on a 100 octane, same tune, it'll see up to the cap of 30. It might make more power, but I think to take full advantage of it, you might need a tune specifically for 100 octane. But I think it'll perform a little better with the same tune, especially if it's a factory tune. Cheap labor stays cheap when people are actually willing to work. NLRB is why the big three can't dump the UAW and start over. NLRB. Thank you. I appreciate that. The National Labor Relations Board. Okay, so I guess if they fire everyone that's there, it'll be, they can be sued? Boy, what a shit show, huh? Why is Tesla killing everything? Tesla is destroying everyone. No labor. No labor union. I saw a careers site. So I went on a Tesla career site. What do you think the pay range for a mechanical design engineer in the battery structures engineering side of the plant? Again, at Tesla, what do you think the range, meaning low to high, is for a mechanical design engineer battery structures engineering section? Because a lot of people think that because there's no union, you can't make money. So when I saw the pay range, I went, the private sector without labor unions has a better upside. Maybe you don't have protection. Maybe you don't have a bunch of lazy fucks get paid a bunch of money. But I think it weeds out the weak fast. Alex, when do you think this whole thing crumbles for domestic automakers, if you had to imagine? Well, one thing's going to happen first. What's going to happen first is the demand for EV is going to be so low that the government is going to have to step in and say, okay, the mandate is over. We magically found a bunch of oil somewhere, and it seems like the earth produces it naturally, constantly, through some weird process. So if the big three start telling the government, hey, you mandated this, you told us to do this, and we did it, and it's losing money all day because the consumer doesn't want it, because if the consumer wants it, they'll go to Tesla. They got the Highland, they got the 3, the S, the Y, and the X, and now the Cybertruck. So they have a complete lineup. So if you want an electric car, you go to Tesla, period. So the big three are going to complain. We can't hang. So we either got to dump electric stuff and go back to ICE, but you got to loosen up regulations, or you lose all this labor, you lose it all. If the government stays hard-headed, which they will, and they stay in it for a long time, meaning we're going to do EVs, shove it down your throat regardless, even if it's a good product or not, the auto manufacturers will be bankrupt within 8 years. Chevy's already gone bankrupt. They got bailed out. Ford has got $9 billion in guaranteed loans to EV stuff. If they don't do EV stuff, I guarantee those loans got to get given back because you got to allocate the funds properly. So I think between 5 and 8 years, you're going to start seeing some shit. So what does a mechanical design engineer go for? Well, check it out. At Tesla, between $80,000 and $300,000 annual salary, cash, stock awards, and benefits. So quit your fucking job at Ford. Go work for Tesla. Quit. There is money out there. Tesla is not out there. Just because it's not union doesn't mean they can't make money. That's it. Just because it's not union doesn't mean you can't make money. So stop thinking that it's a livable wage and the only way you can get a livable wage job is to have a union represent you. Bullshit. The private sector is robust and it is thriving in spite of government regulation. The government doesn't like Tesla. The government doesn't like SpaceX. Do you know that the government is holding up SpaceX launches? The Super Heavy is waiting for a FAA approval, and they're like, we're ready to launch right now. So anytime government gets involved, they fuck everything up. Government got involved with car shit. Car shit became boring and slow. Technology had this crazy leap in the late 2010s. Big power cars started coming out. And then now you're going to start entering a malaise era because they're mandating electric cars become more of a product than the robust ICE vehicles that are out there. It blows my mind. Europe has already moved their EV mandate from 2030 to 2035. Talk about moving it to 2045 now. Jeff, what if Ford agrees to make a deal and stop the strike and then makes factory obsolete after 6 months instead? Does that make a legal loophole to fire them? That's what I'm talking about. What Ford should do is give in to the demands and slowly start phasing out all the factories. I think they're doing that right now. You don't think Ford right now has executives flying to Mexico saying, hey, we got a couple of plants here. Can we build Ford trucks and cars here? Because if I can give Jose a Coca-Cola and a pack of cigarettes and maybe $10 an hour, he'll work 16 hours straight. Tesla CEO paid at least $1 million to people reserved in the Cybertruck per Reuters, taken from Twitter. Tesla CEO said at least 1 million people reserved the Cybertruck per Reuters. Whoa. But that reserve doesn't mean shit. It's $100 to reserve it. I can reserve it. Unreal. There shouldn't be a mandate unless we the people voted for it. You know that's gone. This we the people shit is over. It's over. I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell you that you live in a fucking simulation now, bro. Like, there is no we the people. There is nothing. Unless you're willing to be a martyr and go in there guns a-blazing, ain't shit gonna happen. So, I thought January 6th was gonna be it. I was like, here we go. And then, nothing. I think it's more important for you to fuck with like local government stuff than to try to go after the big dog. You got to kind of work your way to the local level and then work your way up to the big stuff. Like there are people right now literally running without anyone that runs against them. This guy's running for like did you see the school? Okay, I did see the Garrett zoning board thing. You could tell those dumb motherfuckers were probably being paid by the developers that are developing the homes near the Bradenton plant to be like, you better vote yes, motherfucker. You understand? You got $20,000 to $30,000 in your pocket from us. And I got pictures of hookers blowing you, bro. So you better play ball. Everyone in that board, if you really wanted to make waves, Garrett should go after everyone in that board and primary them. But what does he do? Nothing. Cut the deal. Built some garages next to the shit. We'll see what happens in 5 years. 5 years, you're going to be closed down because motherfuckers going to move in and go, I don't like the Yee factory next to my shit. I didn't pay $600,000 for the Yee factory to make noise at 12 at night. So what you should do is go after the people in there that voted for this process and primary them out. Give money to their opponents. Get dirt on the head person. No. I'm selling the Notch, but not right. I'm not in a rush to sell the Notch, to be honest with you. If I don't buy the 350R, I'm keeping the Notch and I'll just buy another Boss Duo too. We, the people, equals the government now. Exactly. I emerged on the highway with a Cybertruck last week and it moves out. Guys, it's a 10-second truck. The tri-motor Cybertruck is a 10-second truck. Nobody wants to fall on the sword for somebody else. Exactly. Nobody wants to be the martyr. They don't believe in martyrdom. They don't believe in dying for you. But like a lot, I hear a lot of these people, like we talked gun stuff before. I hear a lot of these people say, I'm going to die for mine. No, you ain't. You're not going to die for shit. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. Government comes knocking at your door. You're going to give me your fucking gun, bitch. We the people is never a thing. We aren't a democracy. We're a democratic republic. Exactly. When people say we're a democracy, that makes no sense. I love that. Democracy means the majority wins, but we have an electoral college. So we are a democratic republic. So meaning we have people that represent us. So that means, like, I love people that show me a map of Texas and go, look at all of Texas. Most of it is red. So if most of the map is red, then the state should be red. Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas. That's all you need to go blue. Bye. Get them likes up, peasants. That's still 100 million Tesla sat on, made interest on, and put that money to work. How's that chick so calm while driving so fast? Oh, dude, that's hit. Hey, Gail Banks, hit live. Hey, Gail, hit the live button. Exactly. Take it from my cold dead hands. Grease is plentiful. We just have to apply it in the right places. A lot of gravy and seals in this country. The way the UAW is behaving is embarrassing to me as a U.S. citizen. We've all been complaining about not manufacturing here. And this is how they think that for bringing work to the U.S. There you go. Constitutional republic, not a democratic republic. You're right. Exactly. So I'm one of those guys that I love sitting back and watching everything that's happening. And I can pretty much predict the future when it comes to the automotive market. So I think the Hurricane will be something great because Dodge, I think, has a head start. Again, Dodge won the horsepower wars. You understand, guys? Hellcat, Durango, Charger, Challenger, TRX. Dodge won the horsepower war. Just because they stopped making the Charger and Challenger and the Hellcat motor doesn't mean they stopped making horsepower. So if they come out with an electric 1,000 horsepower Banshee and in the same chassis offer a 500 or 600 horsepower tunable Hurricane variant straight six twin turbo, you think I'm going to start looking at Fords to buy when I can't tune them? You think I'm going to look at a Baja fucking Raptor Mustang? No, I'm going to start looking at Dodge and go, wait, what are you building over there? You're building twin turbo straight six Charger, 2 doors? And you can get 1,000 horse electric version or a straight six ICE version? Twin turbo? Shit. Basically, 4 states would decide who would be the president every year. Yes, Michigan, Georgia, Florida, and California? No, not California. I think, yeah, you just need 4 states to flip. Like, it was literally 33,000 votes that Trump lost by last year, or the last couple of years. And it was accumulation, Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, and something else. I forget. Who won the street war then? Ford. Of course. But that's not... Okay, I'm sorry. Ford did not win the street war. Shops won the street wars. You understand? Shops. People that built Ford Mustangs to go fast on the street. Well, are we talking dig or roll? And on the domestic side, Ford. And I said that. The performance wars were won by Ford. But the horsepower wars, there are guys out there that will flex on the amount of horsepower the car came with stock. That's a big market. Gay or not, it's a big market. So you're going to have to realize that matters. So Dodge won the horsepower wars, no doubt about that. The performance wars, you could say Ford and Chevy kind of went back and forth. Dodge was fast when we were stupid built, but their weight kind of was a variable. Now Mustang is the last one left, and they're literally having parades. When people say, "Hey, that looks like a Camaro," they go, "Yeah, look at the 2024 Camaro." I'm like, relax. Dodge is working. And if Dodge is ahead of the game by twin turbocharging a badass straight six and introducing badass electric stuff, I'm sorry. People are going to start looking at that. Y'all know, I'm with you, not a coyote. Hurricane Burble Tune's coming right up. Dodge has been doing their homework, and cool to see Tesla taking a page from their book with the plaid setups slowly being in every model. So, Tesla Model 3 plaid. So, Electech has a cool little article so you guys can get on game. The plaid Model S is fast, but imagine a lighter, smaller plaid Model 3? Tesla hints at making a new plaid top performance Model 3 in its updated owner's manual for the Highland version of the electric sedan. The situation around the 3 is frustrating with the North American buyers as the Tesla updated the popular electric sedan with the new Highland version last month, but it's only available in Europe and Asia. Now Tesla's making things even more confusing or interesting depending on your point of view. The automaker just released the owner's manual parts catalog for the new Highland Model 3, and the internet sleuths have been going through it with new details about it. One of them, the Kilowatt, found the reference to a performance version of an updated Model 3, and there's even an image of the badging of the ludicrous mode references to plaid right here. So if you look, they started going through the owner's manual, and in there they saw this little sticker in the back that has a plaid effect in the back. And they're like, wait a minute. The Tesla parts catalog confirms Tesla's working on a performance version of the Model 3, potentially plaid. So the Model S plaid is a 9.4 second car. Okay. 5,000 pounds, whatever the hell it weighs. And imagine if it has an 800 horsepower Model 3 that weighs 1,000 less pounds. Give me that. An 800 horsepower, lighter Model 3 plaid. Whew. You guys don't even race Teslas anymore because it's not even fair. You and I both know when you're on the highway and a Tesla guy gets up next to you and starts doing this shit, you're not running him unless your boost setting is at 20 PSI, your 315s are at 18 PSI, and you are on a full tank of E85. That's the only way you're running any Tesla out there. Because if you're just on pump gas on the 8 PSI map, You ain't doing shit. You're staying your ass home, boy. You ain't fucking with none of them Teslas. They need a Plaid 2-door hardtop convertible sports car. Dodge is just testing the coochie leak and effectiveness of the Hurricane before they put it in everything. I'll buy the Tesla Model 3 Plaid. You will see a Banshee at every corner in an EV Hemi and inline 6 with all the different trims if they do it right. Different versions for everybody, Mango Brain says, and I agree with you 100%. If they have an ICE version, if they have an electric version, and they have 500-600 horsepower ICEs or 1,000 horsepower electric versions, bro, it'll be on every corner. Right now, Dodges are still on every corner. Actually, where I live, it's mostly Teslas. I'll be honest with you. Palm Beach Gardens, Palm Beach in general, one of the most expensive counties on the planet, has nothing but Lambos, Porsches, and Teslas. That's what's popping here. That's why I'm like, depending on where you live, you might not see them. But if you live somewhere where there's money, you see what people are buying, and it's electric shit. Clearly, Tesla tests their cars. Pookie and Ray Ray with Alex's dirty old passer out. I mean, it's kind of funny. But you know the guy secretly hates me, but it's kind of funny. Nope, even in my turbo turd, I won't mess with a Tesla on the street. By the time I spool, they're gone. 3 Plaid will be like 800 pounds lighter, sheesh. Even the Model 3 Performance is an impressive car. My 350 had to work to catch it at the top of third. Bro, something tells me you didn't race a Model 3 Performance, because the Model 3 Performance is an 11-second car. So, I love you, but I don't think you had a Model 3 Performance. Alejandro, with a boosted manual black S197 was such a vibe. And he was poor. He was broke. Guys, you don't have any idea how poor I was back then, bro. I had nothing going on. A vibe. If poor and broke was a vibe, yeah, it was a vibe. Look, I'm going to try to drive the GT500 tomorrow because I think I got the intercooler system fixed. I have video ready to go up. I just have to get a final pull in. I'm going to do a pull. Maybe a 60 to 130 because I can't get on the dyno yet. I had to reinstall the Whipple supercharger. The TVS ate up the bearings. That's right. It started making noise. So now I got to rebuild the TVS, send it off, maybe port it, bring it back, leave it on the shelf. That's seniors. That's just not mine. But now it's on the Whipple 30 PSI fucking thing. So I got a lower boost on that, get another belt, and I'm going to do some pulls. Tomorrow I'll do a little pull just to see if it gets hot. If it doesn't get hot, get the bigger pulley on, lower boost, do a 60 to 130 or do a third gear hit and see what happens. That'll be interesting. I'm excited for the Hurricane. Big power straight 6 is always fun. Plaid Tesla Model 3 come with 4 curb wheels from the factory. Trump is better, but not by much. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to put him in timeout. Admiral Peck said, Trump is better, but not by much. Get the fuck out. I love you. I wish I could return your money. I wish I could unsubscribe you. Oh my Lord. Sooner than later, we're going to be like Nitro versus electric RC cars. Not many companies make Nitro anymore, nor support them. There's beauty in the struggle, man. The 350Rs trapped 120. We went from a 40 roll. Okay. Then he jumped me by 2 cars immediately, and then I caught him by the top of it. Okay. So in the quarter mile, yeah, you're right, because it's the acceleration, but not the top speed. But I thought the top speed of those things were 160. You might be wrong on that. I don't think it's a performance. Dual motor. I don't think so. Whipple GT500 is going to fly 60 to 130. Absolutely. It's time one. Bro, like, seriously, that dude said Trump is better, but not by much. Like, if I could absolutely ditch him from the channel, I'd do it. Just for saying that. Vibe is poor people talk. So much better content with the Alejandro channel than the YOLO days. Exactly. Like, I was beating the shit out of that car daily. And it's the only car I had. And I had to get content because I wanted to make the channel, I don't know, something. The channel was making maybe $800 a month back then. Maybe $1,000 a month. Not a lot, you know? If Dodge comes out with a twin turbo straight 6, that makes it 100 horsepower over stock with an email tune, it's over. Trump, Obama, Biden. We say bye-bye. 135 to 155. Trump is about $1.70 a gallon better than Biden. Admiral needs his head checked. Of course he does. Wasn't he the one talking all this shit about 2 valves? Stop it. Stop it. Admiral Peck, stop it. Brooke Alejandro had time for hoes. No, I was actually with someone when I had the black car. When I had the black car, I was with someone. That's why I was videoing it so much. I had to get the fuck out of there. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on a YDBT Daily. Today, we talked about the Mach-E GT going in for a recall because the contactors on the battery can weld together if you're using DC fast charging or if you're going wide open throttle for many, many times before the software fix was in place. So, Mustang Mach-E GT is a failure. It is a dud. They lose money on every sale. They're giving them away. Now the batteries and the contactors are welding shut because it was built improperly. Meanwhile, Misha is out there in a Model S Plaid in the Nürburgring going 300 kilometers an hour, doing it for 7 minutes, and the batteries are like, oh, it's all good. Do whatever the fuck you want. This thing is fast as shit, boy. We also talked about Mustang introducing, guess what? What everyone has always been asking for.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
An off-road capable Mustang. That's right. Don't you remember going on the forum and seeing all those posts where people were like, I can't wait for Ford to make a four-wheel drive supercharged Mustang? That's supposed it's happening at 2026. It's going to be at $90,000. Mind blown. Then we talked about the future of Dodge's Hurricane motor, Banshee setup, showing a trans tunnel, and maybe an electric version of the Charger two-door version and Hurricane-powered Charger two-door in the future. And that would, in my opinion, make me start looking at that company a little bit differently. And then we talked a bunch of shit, and then Admiral Peck said that Trump was better than Biden, but not by much. Unreal. Crazy stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll be back on Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to drop that video showing you what the smoking gun was in the GT500 intercooler system. I think I have it fixed, but I'm going to confirm that tomorrow. So if I don't drop the video tomorrow, I'll drop it Sunday night because I want to get the most traction possible. Friday night, people aren't watching videos. Saturday night, people aren't watching videos, but Sunday night, people are. So I try to get the post up on a Sunday, but we'll see. If I get the video done, I might put it up by 5 o'clock. If I don't get it done by then, I'll probably skip Saturday because everyone's doing shit on Saturday. And then I'll put it up on Sunday at 5 o'clock, which seems to be the best time to release video. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys on Sunday morning for the Peasant Chat. We'll talk to you later.